UFC 238 takes place in Chicago, Illinois. Brings a lot of high quality bouts. The preliminary card is solid. But I'd focus now on the last bout of preliminary card, which is a clash between the perfect Tatiana Suarez, who rides on a 7-0 streak, and she squares off against Nina Ansaroff, who is mostly known as Amanda Nunes' fiancée. Now let's take a look. Tatiana Suarez, she kinda comes from wrestling background. She is a wrestling bronze medalist from the World Championship, if I remember well. Yeah, and she is a TUF 23 winner. The other side, she holds a win over Carla Esparza. Majority of her wins are submission or decision. Nina Ansaroff, well, she is a solid striker. She has a black belt in Taekwondo. She has a really good ground game, which she showed in many last fights. But she's also a cardio machine. Got to say, she won Angela Hill, she won Randa Marcos, even Claudia Gadelha. Well, when you out-decision Claudia Gadelha, it's not an easy task to do. I kinda have a feeling this will go to judges' scorecards or decision. I'd give slight advantage to Tatiana Suarez because she's on a perfect score, but you never know. I mean, since Ansaroff is on an emotional relation with Amanda Nunes, she fights better, so maybe very slight advantage to Tatiana Suarez. Now let's move to the bout that kicks off the preliminary card. Sorry, that kicks off the main card, and this is the clash between Taito Ivasa and Blago Ivanov. Taito Ivasa, the former AFC heavyweight champ, who lost his last bout to Junior Dos Santos via TKO, but he was perfect before that, and kinda say he's a good striker, boxer and kickboxer. On the other side, Blago Ivanov is the best Bulgarian fighter in the history of this sport, a former world Sambo champion, and also the former WSOF champion of the world. And of course, since I kinda say he is a Bellator MMA 10 finalist, heavyweight finalist, since I'm just Bulgarian like him, we're from the same town. I was also from Sofia. I'd vote for Blago Ivanov here because, you know, Blago Ivanov lost to Junior Dos Santos via decision or scorecards. On the other side, Taito Ivasa was TKO'd. I just think this is enough parameter. I'd like to say Blago should be a Malko po Malko. Tony Ferguson, Donald the Cowboy Cerrone. Well, I kinda don't understand why this lying bullshit Hedena why didn't put El Cuco and Cowboy in the main bout, the main event of the evening, but this is just lying bullshit Hedena White who wants only money. Okay, but let's now focus to the bout. Tony Ferguson, the former UFC lightweight interim champ, who also won TUF 13 welterweight tournament, one of the most perfect guys in the history of this sport, who rides an 11-win streak, and you know that he won Anthony Showtime Pettis, and there were many dangerous victories. Kevin Lee, Dos Anjos, he is also black belt, dangerous fighter. I mean, when you go to the ground with him, it's a nightmare. When you exchange strikes with him, it's a nightmare. On the other side, we got Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Since he separated with Mike Winkeljohn, since Cowboy Cerrone had a beef with him, and Mike Winkeljohn said Cowboy was a dream cancer. Well, Donald Cowboy Cerrone has great results. He defeated Mike Perry, he defeated Alexander Hernandez, and even in the last bout, he outlasted Alia Quinta, which is very weird to say. I mean, Alia Quinta is a guy known for world-class endurance. Donald Cowboy Cerrone has black belt in Gaido Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and also fantastic Muay Thai background. The guy with the most kick knockouts in the history of this sport, as I remember well. Tony Ferguson, he kinda returns after he had psychological issues, and you know that he had problems with his son, with his wife, and what was he doing. The other side, Cowboy Cerrone is highly motivated. I don't know, I kinda have the feeling that Cowboy Cerrone is gonna snap Tony Ferguson's streak. I'd say Cowboy Cerrone, but Tony Ferguson is a very tough fighter. Co-main event of the evening, it's clash between Valentina Shevchenko and Jessica Ai. Valentina Shevchenko, the first Kyrgyzstani who fought recently under Peruvian flag, but she fights again under Kyrgyzstani flag. The first woman from Kyrgyzstan who won the UFC title. Now she is the champ, and I just want to say that her technique is amazing. She has brutal taekwondo strikes. She is also great on the ground and so on. But on the other side, we have solid opponent. Can't say we have very solid opponent. It's Jessica Ai. Jessica Ai is a former ROC 130 pounds women's champ. She fought against Faria, Rose Clark, Kathleen Chokagian, earned victories. She is a cardio machine. On the other side, we've got a very dominant fighter in the shape of Valentina Shevchenko. You know, 230 against 3 versus Priscilla Cachoeira talks about everything. Mario Yamazaki had a hard time because he was let in this fight. And Valentina Shevchenko also defeated Yana Jędrzejczak. So what should I say? Well, Valentina Shevchenko probably has better chances here. She's also judo black belt, forgot to say that, but I highly doubt she'll let Jessica Ai take her down, but you never know. I mean, you never know, maybe Valentina will trip her. I'd give advantage to Valentina. Henry Cejudo, Marlon Moraes, the main event of the evening. Henry Cejudo, a guy who dethroned Demetrius Johnson, a guy who wrecked TJ Dillashaw apart, Olympic wrestling medalist, flyweight champion, dangerous guy, big lover. I mean, so many controversies around him. The former WFF bantamweight champ, an amazing fighter, great ground guy. I'd say good striker because he sent TJ Dillashaw to the ground, which was not expected, but okay, TJ Dillashaw dropped a lot of pounds for this fight. Marlon Moraes, Muay Thai black Prajad, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, WSOF former bantamweight champ. On many occasions he won the title. Awesome striker, guy who won John Dodson, Aljamain Sterling, Jimmy Rivera, Rafael Assunção, 4-win streak. He revenged in his last event to Rafael Assunção. Henry Cejudo, well, I think he is flying too high. And when you fly too high, you will go down. He is not a pretty fly for a white guy, as the popular punk song says. It will be a popular going down for Henry Cejudo, because he kinda started irritating me, you know, his stupid statements for media and so on. The other side, Marlon Moraes doesn't care. He's simply a guy who comes here and there, fights, no beef, no much such things. Marlon Moraes is just focused on bows, just like Darko Stošić, it's the same type of a fighter. I'd give slight advantage to Marlon Moraes because this is his weight division. I think Cejudo doesn't have reach advantage and so on. On the other side, Marlon Moraes is not bad on the ground. I mean, he is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. You mustn't underestimate his ground skills. Okay, Cejudo is a good fighter, but he's climbing on his high horse, and this needs to stop.